What is up, everybody? How are you all doing tonight? Hopefully everyone's doing okay. Hopefully everyone's having a good Monday or Tuesday if you are on the other side of the world. But yes, we have another really regrettable power rankings because you guys are fiends and always keep asking me for them, and I've been slacking because I have to combine weeks 3 and 4 and technically 5 for I think it's technically 5. Yeah, technically 5 for the 6 through 9 divisions. Check some things real quick. You're welcome for the ads. You're welcome for the ads. I purposely did that. Gotta get those ads. That should be the only ad that gets run on is the when you click the thing. So if you're wondering about ads on my channel, the first ad for this. Double checking some quick on my end. I hate you so much. Love you too. I'm just double checking, making sure this is. Oh god, that is loud on my end. Holy fuck. Okay. Okay. But all right. So here we are. So I know the thumbnail and the title is clickbait as hell. I really don't care, but we're just gonna get right into it. So yeah, we're gonna start out like I always do with Division 9, with SEC still at that top spot, but ZSR moving up one spot from Team Italia. And I think the reason why I did move them there is because they did, I think, play this past weekend with ZSR taking that 3-2 on Omaha. So that's the reason why they moved above. 2-6 and SOV also played. They're both tied for 4th. I'm just putting them tied for 4th right now because it was a back and forth game, and both those teams have lost to teams above. And I should have set something up. Let me double. Real that, go to that. I was also not prepared for this. Found it in DMs. Love you, Leb. Up the Leb. And then if we do transition over to the week schedule, see these are the updated standings from Division 9 with pretty much what I have. Just 2-6 and SOV pretty much tied. And then obviously the bottom 2 teams at the bottom currently. And then we are going to move on to Division 8 with 27th taking that top spot for this time being. I streamed their match versus 11ID, which was a very, very good match on Utah. A little bit of back and forth. 1180 had a really nice, like pretty much 3 tank push situation thing. That was really interesting. I think that was like with a half hour to go. But then Panzerlehr and 48th, 3 and 4 spots with SOH, SUDT, and CLE or CEL, I should say. The bottom. The only movement was swapping out, I think, 27th and 11ID. I think I had 11ID at the 1 spot, but since they won that head-to-head, they are now crowned the kings for the time being of D8 until we get to the playoffs. And then I think I moved SOH down after their loss this past weekend. Then I will transition to what that actually looks like on the actual TPL side of things as far as the actual leaderboards go. And it's pretty much matching that to a T. Then we'll transition into Division 7, which I have RDG at the top spot, 79th, and RMC as the top 3. Then 626 and DBL. I think this is a weird division because technically DBD has 2 wins, but they have, if you guys have not, I'm doing D1 and D2 blast. Calm down. What was I gonna say? Fuck, I totally lost my train of thought. God damn it, people distract me in chat. Go talk about stuff. We'll get to the D3 shit as well of what happened with that. Um, I don't think really anybody. I think 79th moved up from RMC, if I do believe. I don't remember. I kind of really don't. 626 really, dude. I feel like that happens all the time. Whenever Myra gets kicked from a team, their team just falls apart. Except for 9PZ, they're actually on the rise again. Kind of like what 8th was, but 8th can't, you know, 8th can't die. But you know, you never know. It does take a season after you kick Meyer for stuff to really develop. But I think that was pretty much it. Because this is what the this is what the D7 standings look like. It looks weird because of DBD at the bottom being 2-2, but they pulled out of the league. So obviously, that's yeah. So a very even division. You just have the two outliers at the top and the bottom of this division. So it's still pretty competitive, I do have to say so for myself. D6, which I think is starting to turn into one of the better divisions, especially for the top four. If you guys have not watched a D6 game, be sure to watch one out. Be sure to watch for one this weekend. That Rage and L201 game, both teams are undefeated right now, I think, and they will play each other. I'm not sure what map they would be playing each other on this weekend. Looks like SMDM Day with L201 as allies. So that's going to be a fun game. And then 263H and OF right behind them. OF is, I feel like they're definitely one of the top three teams in this division, but they did lose that head-to-head. And then if we do go to the actual standings, 263 is just has that one up game on them. They're one head-to-head, and then obviously both those teams being undefeated. It's going to be a really good game, I think, this weekend between those two teams. So be sure to watch that Division 6 game especially. Nothing else to really say about that. And we'll go on to D5, where Roths is still claiming that top spot. They did beat 75th, I think, the prior week, and then just beat GOAT this past weekend. Wait, did SAP? Wait, who else played this weekend? Oh, I think SAP's game got canceled. Maybe. Let me double check that. What happened in the OCL 75th game? I don't remember what happened in the OCL 75th game. Is that game not even being played yet? What's going on with that one? Someone tell me. Oh, 75th beat OCL 5-0. Okay, that solves my issues a little bit. All right, so 75th did beat OCL 5-0. So yeah, I don't think this is the one division that has yet to change for a while. But has 75th and SAP played yet? I don't think they have. No, they have not played yet. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one too. So I think the top three teams are pretty well even. I really want to see this 75th SAP game. I think that's going to be an absolute banger of a game to end this division off. And that's going to matter for seeding too. So SAP, if they do win that, they actually take that second seed. So keep that in mind. Actually, I don't think it... Actually, yeah, it does matter. So it does matter a little bit. But yeah, here are the standings for that. It's pretty much, they haven't really moved for like the last few weeks from my rankings. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Japan servers are the stupidest thing. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's Japan. It's not, they're never fun to play with, to be honest. All right, Division 4 now. So D4, I had KRC actually move up from, I think 4-2 actually. After the win versus SAS. So KRC, I think, moves now to 3-1 with their only loss, I do believe, to MSU. I think. Let me double check that. Maybe. I have no idea. Probably. But MSU still at the top of this list. You know, shout out to KRC and SAS for that charity match stream thing, and really good cause. I think we raised over 600,000 pounds or euros. I forget what the currency exactly was. So shout out to you guys in that game. But other than that, I just had 508p drop and SAS drop one spot, and then TRR and L3PZ still staying at the bottom. Because I think 508p, yeah. I had to drop 508p just because the KRC win, and them just being 3-1, it gives them an advantage going into the final week of the season. So KRC and MSU in week 5, ooh, that's gonna be a fun thread to watch. And then just for you people that don't watch stuff, there's the leaderboards for that. All right, and now we're gonna get into the most controversial division of them all, because it just will be. Division 3. R22R still at the top spot, ANZR, 101A, and 21st. Then the bottom two spots we have L90 and then 1SBS that I do believe did end up backing out. So here's where we get into the fun part of this stream, and why the thumbnail and the title is the way it is. So for those of you who live under a rock or are waiting to hear me talk about this, or you guys to ramble and type in your keyboards in the live chat, as I said, be civil with each other. Don't call people bad things. It's my channel. So I'm putting down that groundwork for myself. So for those of you who don't know, R22R basically has to get a small little penalty, and it will be enforced for their next game, I do believe. So how it happened was R22R opened a ticket for players to be transferred to their roster. The transfer ticket was not acknowledged before their match for the transfer, and they assumed that they were free agents and then played the game with those free agents from what they said. And then realizing their error, they opened a ticket and basically admitted that they broke this rule. And then all the reps from R22R and the reps from 21st were notified, and then action has been taken already from what we previously did this season with, you know, the roster break. So nothing was broken out of the loop. They are punished. I think they're playing with 5 less people. From what I know, like, to be completely honest, guys, I don't read half the fucking rules in the rulebook. I just play the game. If I'm told not to do something, I don't do it. That's pretty much it. But moving on towards more of the rankings, you guys can talk about them in the chat. Maybe we can come back to it. R22R with a 5-0 win versus 21st. You know, regardless, they still won that game 5-0 with or without those players. They won the game. I think ANZR and 1SBS did also play. I think that was early in the morning, so I didn't watch that game at all. And then 101A. Sorry, I have to go through all these fucking things real quick. And then 101A and L90 were supposed to play, but it was a forfeit. So that's unfortunate for L90. Is L90 even still in the league? I have no idea. And then ANZR 1SBS, ANZR 141 on SimDM. Oh man, I'm out of breath already. I'm gonna drink some water. You guys talk and I'll read up on chat. I'm not. How is TRR in Div 4? I mean, this was before. I mean, how the divisions were basically made was basically you had until I think the beginning of August to submit what division you were in. Or not submit, like what number you want to play in, either the 49s, 40s, 35s, or 30s. each team did that. They're like, hey, I want to do 35s, or oh no, I want to do 40s, or oh, I actually want to do 49s now. You basically submit that, and then based upon like, I guess word or mouth, um, teams are placed in divisions. So like obviously like Taco Legion 6, D1, and then maybe some of the lower, not as highly skilled teams, less experienced teams are in the lower divisions, and obviously people that can't field 49, 40, 35 people are in those, 30s. That's how you kind of do it. Um, so going on, I'll just pop out the D3 list. I also totally forgot to transition it. There we are. That. Take a look. That's what D3 is, and I think 1SPS is fully dropped out now. All right, Division 2. The only spot that I switched for this one was 22nd and TFMC as they won their head-to-head. Fun match that I got to partake in on SMDM Pierre's farm. Really good match against TFMC. Shout out to you guys. 9PZ, I think 5-0'd Pathfinders, I do want to say. In their match, and then HLE did have that bye for them this week, so they really didn't move. So pretty much nothing really changed other than the swap from 22nd and TFMC, and I think that does reflect in the D2 standings as it does show on scorecard. All right. Now getting on to a division that's probably not going to change, but has a lot of implications for seeding for the playoffs. Division 1, I have yet to probably change this for the last few weeks. This is going to be very interesting because nothing has changed. EXO, okay, I'll just wrap up the matches. EXO did 5-0 Merc on Driel. I don't know why you guys play Driel. Driel's a shit map. And then Legion beat Taco 3-2. So Legion, I think, is automatically going to get the first or second seed. But this is where a lot of things do come into play for this division in particular. EXO and Taco play next weekend. If Exodus beats Taco and Legion beats 6, EXO moves up to the 2 seed. And I think they actually might have to play Taco again. I think. I'm pretty sure they do. And then that would actually move 6 down to the 4 seed, meaning 6 and Merc would have to play. I think that's how it's going to work. I don't know exactly how playoffs are going to work. But that's the big thing, is EXO could move up to that 2 seed, which would be pretty insane. But if 6 beats Legion, I don't know what would happen. It's going to be fucking chaotic. It's going to be a good last week of games for them. Transition into what the leaderboards do look like. Yep, there we are right there. Everyone's saying EXO sucks. That's pretty wild. Yeah, that's kind of all I got. That's the power ranking streams. Really nothing else has really changed, to be completely honest with you guys. I'll just look at chat while you guys... Did I put them on... How many people voted for Divinity? Who's winning this right now? Wow, Reedy and Shuffle is the bottom 2, but Loot Up and Divinity with half the votes is wild, bro. Holy shit. What was I gonna say? Did I put it on my webcam? Type 1 if you guys want me to put on my webcam. I don't know, I'm really bored right now. These are just getting shorter and shorter because like I have nothing to talk about because it's all divisions. Oh, I should actually talk about the Elo thing I made. Ooh. Okay, I guess we're not doing webcam awake today. Leb, of course, Leb's the first one that writes one. I did do the other divs. I can roll through them real quick. I'm almost there. It's insane. All right, so to recap, Division 9, SEC at the top spot with ZSR number 2 after their win this past weekend, I think against Team Italia. 27th and 11ID, the top 2 seeds. 27th taking that top spot from 11ID. I did want the clickbait. RDG and 79th at the top spots. 79th taking that 2 spot from RMC. D6, Rage and L201 still at the top 2 spots. I'm very torn on the top 2 spots because I want to also give Legion 201 that top spot as well to share with Rage, but obviously that will change this upcoming weekend when they do play each other. Robson 75th and SAP at those top 3 spots. It's going to be a good 75th versus SAP game. I want to hear predictions. Ooh. Talk about the play. I want to hear predictions. I can do predictions. I'm just going to roll through this real quick, and then I'll do some predictions for this upcoming weekend and the last week of 49s. MSU still at the top spot of D4. KRC with a big win over SAS on that charity stream. So they moved up to 2 from 4. R22 and ANCR and 101A still at those top 3 spots. Nothing too much has changed there. D2, same thing. The only thing that has swapped was 22nd and TFMC after this past weekend with that head-to-head win. And then Legion and Taco still at the top 2 spots. It's really hard to drop Taco even after they did lose. Because I can't, promote 6 for not playing. Predictions. I don't really know how to do predictions. I can talk about them. I just gotta see who plays this upcoming weekend. I'm not like a Parzo where I have like everything all set up. I kind of just, make the thumbnail, change around the images on OBS, and then just kind of hit play and stream. I don't know where Punish King's at, dude. I think he's the only one active in that Team USA server. Cause like nothing's happening with the Team USA server. Like ever since like we got the week 2 in TPL, like no one has said a word in that server. It's been insane. Actually, let me mute that. Could drag you guys into the test server real up. I'm gonna drag you guys into the test server. But as far as predictions go, D9. I feel like Team Italia is probably gonna win their game against SOV. Jesus Christ, how it loses loud on my PC. SEC probably will beat 2-6. I feel like it's gonna be easy wins for Peeled, Panzer Lier 40 for 27th and 11 ID to be honest. Trying to find some good games for each. RDG and 2-6 or 6-2-6 would be a good one. Watch. I think RDG probably take that 3. Rage 201 is my favorite game next weekend. Or this upcoming weekend. I want to take L201 in that, but I'm going to go with Rage. I think Rage will win that. That's going to be a good game. I'm going to try to stream that one. Why are they saying free agent? I don't know, dude. Oh, yeah, we can talk about... Oh, yeah, I gotta get to the... Hold on, let me get into the server. Fuck this bit. The Norwood uses FC2. Rage is a solid team. They are a solid team. SAP 75th, gonna be a really good game. That's hard. That's a hard one. Where are they playing at? SMDM? I don't know the midpoint. Why are people sweating in this test server, dude? Can I play as commander? I feel like someone would say some racist shit. Right? See if this works. Where is my... Alright, guys. We're playing Hell Let Loose on PC now. So, this is Slomensk. I should actually spawn in the new truck. Hold on. I'm gonna do that real quick, actually. So, we are... I'm gonna show you guys a really, like, a weird bug with the new KV2 tank. It's very, very weird. I really hope no one says anything in command chat, as people fucking shit. Where is the new thing? Oh, wait. Artillery strike is 3. I can't even spawn it in because we're at max vehicles. Oh man, that's so annoying. Why? That's Katushka. It's 280 fuel? Why is it like that? Why is it 280? Why can't you just make it even, T-17? I don't care. Well, that's the update. That's all you're getting. That's my NDA. Back to power rankings. All you get.